Hi, this is an introduction to Easy Help Administration. We're going to talk about the screen directory today. The screen directory is accessed from the Easy Help menu, which if you're an authorized user, you can press the help key from a blank screen and see something like this. You can also get to it using the help transaction. You see it's the same menu. And the first item on the menu is the screen directory. So if you enter an S, you see a list of screens that are defined to Easy Help. In this window, the screen names are shown here. The screen names can be a transaction ID, it can be a BMS map name or map set name. It can be a name you make up, just whatever you want to use is fine. The title is just descriptive text for the Easy Help administrator or user to see what screen you're talking about. The first column here is the command area where you can enter one of these commands next to the screen name to do particular functions. The F function, fields, is how you display the fields directory. That's going to be in another topic. So back here we have these other commands that we'll use. Let's start from the copy command. Copy command just lets you take a screen. You can see what it looks like here. It has all these fields defined and say, you know, that's going to be a lot. This new screen is going to be like a lot like the old screen, so we'll just copy the old screen and change it to match it, make it match. So first with a C, you press enter, and you enter the name that you want to use, and you press enter, and you get to enter the title. You can use the same title or you can enter something new. We'll just change it a little bit here, and you press enter. And the PF5 function is how you actually start the copies. So you press PF5, it says copied 15 fields, and you're done. Now notice that if HCFG copy had existed before, it would not exist now as it did. It would be a copy of the HCFG screen. So you want to make sure you don't copy into an existing screen unless you mean to. If PF3 to return to the screen directory, we see that there's an HCF copy there. Now the idents, we can go there and look and see that the way you identify HCFG screen is exactly how you identify the name of the HCFG copy screen. So the question is, how do you know which one it's going to get? And the answer, I'm going to switch to a different session here. The answer is you don't. It could be the first one to find. It's going to be the first one it finds, but which one is first is not always obvious. In our case, it found the HCFG transaction, which is going to be normal, but it's not guaranteed. So how do you tell Easy Help, oh, that's not that screen, that is the HCFG copy screen, So if we go back to our session here and we look at the idents, we can say, well, I really want to use HCFG copy for this one now. I'm going to save my other one. So I'll say it starts in row 2 and HCFG copy starts in row 1. So PF3, and then I go back to my transaction and I ask for help, and it says, this is the HCFG copy screen. So that's how you use the idents screen, or the idents part of the screen directory, to control how Easy Help identifies the screen. Now we have also rename function. It's like, okay. Oh, notice here on the row column and link that if your transaction changes, if the screen changes, if how it's identified changes, you can come in on this screen and change the location of the string on the screen, if that's how it's being identified, to fit the new design for the screen. let's say no, you know what, we don't need that anymore. So let's let's not call it HCFG copy. Let's call it something else, some other. We're limited to 8 characters. And we can still call it that, so we'll know where it came from for now. So we just press PF5, and we're done. So we go back to the screen directory, and HCFG copy is no longer there, but we do have some other field. Now, I didn't explain what the start field does a while ago, but you can use the start field to position the screen names so that you can get to a particular screen that you want sooner. Here I entered help, which was the first 4 letters in this screen. So it started there, and then it went higher until, in my case, it ran out of screen names with the some other screen. So it just showed 2. If I want to show them all, I can blank out that and page up. The page number you can also navigate on, and this is the system that comes with Easy Help, and it's for the Easy Help configuration transaction. So there's only one screen. There's not very many. There's not very many screens to display, but page number can be used to position. You know, if you know you got 100 screens, then 50 would be about halfway. If you don't know how many you have, but you want the last page, you can enter 9999. So what else do we need to do? We probably don't really need this some other field, so what we can do is delete it. Delete is just a D next to it. Press enter. Say you really want to do this. Okay. Press PF5 if you do. If you change your mind, you just PF3 and return. And PF4, start over, doesn't really have a lot of meaning for delete. You want to press PF5 if you want to delete it, and when you do, it says, okay, I deleted 15 fields with some other screen. We go back to our screen directory, and we're back to where we started. Now, there are 2 other functions on this screen that you might want to use. One of them is show. And if you're in the screen directory and you're not sure which one it is, like I say, I'm looking for the one that does a configuration. So let's show it with an S. Oh, but I'm a Model 2. And it says it was saved on a Model 4 terminal. So it's like, sorry, I'd like to show you that, but it's too big for your terminal. You want to use the same model terminal all the time, or you'll run into situations like that. Let's show this one instead with the PF keys. And it looks like, here's a screen. It looks like I'm in a transaction. If I could probably change these because they're input fields. But when I press enter, it's not going to change anything. It's going to go back to the screen directory because I was just showing the image that was saved when the screen was created. Now, if your help data was transferred from another product, that other product probably did not contain the image, and there's a way to resave the screen image so that you can do that. There's also the test function, where if I type a T, again I get the same looking kind of thing, but there's one difference now. I'm not in the help screen directory anymore. I have just got something on my screen. It looks like a screen that was displayed from the HCFG transaction, but I can't tell. It just looks this way. But one thing I can do, since my screens are, it knows which screen it is, when I press the help key, I can get the help for that screen. So this is an easy way for you to go in and look at a screen and test a screen and make sure it's all working. Now there's only one screen defined for this field, or one field defined for the screen, and but you can go in and test your Easy Help definitions. When you're done, you're done. There's nothing really going on, so it's not going to know what to do. So you're just going to have to press clear and go back to the start. That's the Easy Help screen directory. Thanks for listening.